Small group today.
You like it that way?
Everybody's hunkering down, foraging for milk and bread.
Yeah, really.
Can you tell us how you guys reacted to the weather, just how that all came together to decide to go early?
Well, Dwayne Peavy and Chris Willard got together with Coach Cal and decided that the best action to take is to leave before the storm gets in here. So we're leaving in about an hour or so.
Is Cal still in New York?
Cal still is in New York, and he'll be leaving sometime tonight and meet us in Knoxville.
How disruptive, Kenny, is something like this, or is it, as players go, no big deal?
No big deal. We'll get there. We'll practice there tomorrow, get prepared for a very good team that's going to play out of their minds. And it's what we face every game.
Weather may affect the fans' travel to Knoxville. How will that play a difference? Maybe not as much blue as maybe what was expected.
Well, we need our fans. That's a big part of us on the road. Everywhere we've been, other than one or two places, our fan support has been great.
Why are you guys busing rather than flying? I just
That,
assumed.
I don't know. That's way over my head.
About 8 days ago, 9 days ago, Willie was talking about not having very much fun. Cal was saying his ankle was bothering him. It was clear he wasn't playing like he did earlier in the season. What do you think has gotten into him these last 3 games?
I think sharing a little time with Anthony Davis has helped him to understand the mentality. Willie's issue isn't anything physical, or it's all mental. When Willie Cauley plays instinctively and strong, he's as good as there is in the country. That's it.
Did they talk? Did he and Anthony talk?
They did talk, yes. And Anthony basically talked to him about the mental preparation to be great. Go out and prepare to be great. And it starts in your workouts, it starts in your practices, and then when you get in the game, just play instinctively and confidently.
Was that in Baton Rouge when Anthony was there?
Yes.
Anyway, I mean, you guys preach the same thing too, Willie, but does it mean something extra when somebody like Anthony, who's been
No
here
question.
before and done it?
No question. I mean, Anthony Davis is, if not the hottest player in the NBA right now, he's one of two. So I think instant credibility. Anthony, Willie wants to do what Anthony is doing, so why not hear from him?
What do you remember? Willie was one of the, I guess, the only guy on this team that was down there in 2013 in Knoxville. Sort of a meltdown game for you guys, the game after Nerlens got hurt. And Cal was pretty angry that day with just about everybody on that team.
I just remember it being a war of us not playing particularly well. That's about it. But for us, it's over. Every game, man, it's a battle. So we expect them to play well and it to be a dogfight.
Willie said the other day, making history, tying the best start ever in school history for him was special because he was on that team. He was on that 2013 team that was
No question.
so disappointed with his performance, and now he's on what he called one of the best teams ever at Kentucky.
I think him and Alex have shared some of the toughest times in Kentucky basketball and also some of the brightest times. I mean, you talk about, to break that record, it's unbelievable. I mean, what Adolph Rupp did here in that time and age of what basketball was to this program, for us to surpass that or tie that says a lot. It says a lot about Coach Cal, says a lot about the program. It's unbelievable.
Can you work so much with the big guys? What's changed in Karl over the last month or so?
I just think he's playing confidently. I think he's more focused. Typically when Karl is struggling, he loses focus some. I think he's playing lower. And once he's low, he's tough to deal with. If he fights for low post position and makes strong moves and confident moves, it's going to be tough to deal with. Offensively, he's offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding, just doing the things that it takes for us to be a great team.
Talked about that record a little bit, but now you can actually take it all by yourself with the 26th one in Tennessee. Will that be on the minds of these players, you think, going into the game?
I don't think so. I just think we're focusing on one game at a time. We have to beat Tennessee, and the rest will fall in place.
What are you guys going to do all day tomorrow? You'll have all day.
I know we'll practice. Pretty sure we'll do some film work of the last game, do some stretching to keep them loose and ready to go.
What's the key for Dakari playing like he did last night as opposed to the way he had the last couple of weeks?
So proud of Dakari. Dakari went through a little bit of a spell where he lost some confidence, lost his fire, lost the fight part of the game, and it was a struggle for him to get it back. Conditioning-wise, Coach Rock spent a lot of time with him, getting him back to pushing the way he pushed earlier in the year. And he went out and he performed. I'll say it again, in order for us to be a great team, Dakari Johnson is the X factor. He brings a physical play to the game that we sorely need. And he brought it last game, and hopefully he's back for a while.
What do you expect to see from Tennessee? What are they going to try to do against you guys?
They've been playing zone, tough zone. They mix it up, they press some out of it. It's going to be tough for us to deal with because they trap out of the post and react, scramble all around the court. So we just have to be patient, move the ball, get it inside out like we typically have been doing against zones. And our shooters have been shooting the ball well. So we'll play inside out and go at them.
Do you expect, I mean, obviously, they didn't play all that well yesterday. LSU played really well. Do you expect not only the fact that they want to beat the #1 team in the country, that they'll want to redeem themselves?
Again, the LSU game will have no factor on how they play against us. They will play well. We're expecting them to play well.
How personally do you take it with all those big guys when they go through their ups and downs to sort of help mentor them and get them back on track?
Very personal, very. I spent a lot of time with not just the bigs, but all these kids come in this program. They look for us for guidance, and when they struggle, we struggle. It's not just them, it's on us as well.
Kenny, when you guys recruit, you know, most of these guys, they play at AAU circuit, they're playing against, you get to see them play against these other guys all the time. Karl didn't do as much of that, so what were you guys looking for when you recruited him, and do you think that not doing that maybe lengthened his time to adjust to college?
No, I think the time that he spent with the Dominican team made up for the AAU circuit. Played against better competition. But again, he was a child playing with grown men, professionals. That brought an element of maturity. Coming in here, he's with younger guys than he was with in the Dominican team, but I think that's the biggest thing, is him just being a young man, being comfortable in his skin, being around other players, and the growth of it all. He's grown a lot since he's been here. He works hard. He's a confident young man. He has big dreams, and he's a talented kid.
How eager is he to please? It seems like if somebody tells him something, I guess somebody told me he needed to be a little more serious early in the season, so he said he wasn't going to smile anymore on the court.
Yeah.
You know, Cal challenged him to be more physical, and we see him go on this tear of scoring, you know, against contact.
I think the biggest thing, to your point of what you're saying, is that Cal has been really hard on Karl, pushing Karl to be great. For a 17-year-old kid or 18-year-old kid who's really 13, that's hard. But out of all the kids, he's probably made the easiest adjustment to it. He wants to please Cal. He wants to please all of us. He plays hard. He's going to make mistakes. But we're happy with what he's doing right now.
Did you sense that what he's doing the last month or so, did you sense that was going to be what he was? Did you think that was coming?
No question, no question. He's a talented, big 6'11", 7-footer that can really shoot the ball, that's active. His body has changed since he walked in these doors. It's just a matter of time. And I think there's even more in him.
Maybe more than any other guy, he's battled foul trouble at times this year. What's the key for him to stay out of it?
Just being disciplined. People are going to come at him and try to get him off his feet and shot fake and, attack into his body, but he'll make that adjustment, and he has.
Anything else, guys? Thanks.
All right.
Thanks, James.
Have a safe trip.
Thank you.